everyone. Hi, guys. I hope that you are doing well on this beautiful day and that you're getting everything that your heart desires. Just waiting for more people to come on board and then we can start our conversation. Let me just make sure that we're where we're supposed to be. As usual, we like to multi-stream. So we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we are also on YouTube today, right? You can find us anywhere. And if you're watching this on the replay, just click replay in the chat for me so I know where you came on. And today like most Mondays, I want to come on and talk to you about a topic that is really, really important and near and dear to me, right? It's something that I talk about every single day, and I can talk about it every single day. And it's about your content creation. So today I'm going to be answering some commonly asked questions about content creation, right? Some commonly asked questions about content creation. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I am your coach, Adana Austin, and I work with high-end entrepreneurs like yourself to get very clear on your goals, identify your ideal clients, and develop the strategies to grow your business. So let me know in the comments if you can see me, if you can hear me, and do not be afraid to ask any questions as I'm going along, right? Because there are no stupid questions. And the thing is, content creation is something that all entrepreneurs have to, for whatever better word, master or become comfortable creating on a regular basis because that is the way that you build that know, like, and trust with your audience. That's how you build that engagement. And your content is what actually gets you sales. So if you're struggling with your sales, if you're struggling with your visibility, if you're struggling with your brand authority, then maybe you need to look at your content, right? And there's so much that can be said about content, but we're just going to touch the basics here today, right? Because there are people I know who are sharing content left, right, and center, right? Every single day they're sharing content, and then their content is not necessarily converting into paying clients. And that's a whole other conversation that we will have on another day. But today I just want to answer some frequently asked questions that I get when I talk to potential clients about their content creation journey, right? Um, because 9 times out of 10, they already have some kind of social media presence, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter. They have some social media presence, right? And they're not at a stage, or you may not be at a stage where you are ready to run ads to attract more people, but you want to attract your audience organically, right? Meaning you want to just use the content, the information that you have, your intellectual property, to and share that with your audience so that they get to know who you are, they find you, and they can then start to engage um, with your business and ultimately buy from you and then refer you to other people, right? That's the intention of your content. Your content creation or your content marketing, your messaging, whatever you want to call it, right? The goal of it is to really build that know, like, and trust, to engage your audience, to get them excited about you, get them hooked on you. Because the thing is, before you become great at selling, you have to build an engaged audience. I always tell people focus on building an engaged audience, not just a big audience, because you can have 10,000 people following you and they're not engaged. So that's the thing. You have to build an engaged audience. And that engaged audience is who is going to buy from you. The way that you build an engaged audience is making sure that you have content that is educational, it's inspirational, it is motivational, and sometimes even entertaining, right? It really depends on what you want to be known as and what you want to be known for and how you want to position yourself. And sometimes entrepreneurs like yourself get trapped in what I like to call lazy content creation, meaning that every day they will post the exact same flyer. So your feed looks the exact same way, no matter what you're posting, the exact same thing. And then you're wondering, why are people not buying from me? Why are people not engaging? Because there is no diversity in what you are saying and how you are showing up, right? And so another form of what I call lazy content creation is when people just post a whole bunch of motivational stuff. And while nothing is wrong with motivational stuff, you have to also figure out how to tie that into your overall content conversation, right? And don't just let it be a smoke screen of, well, I'm going to find this meme on Pinterest and share it, share different motivational post or meme every single day. How is it tied into the conversation of how you are engaging with your audience, how you are promoting your offers to your audience, how you are answering whatever challenges that they are having? How is it tied into everything? So, in other words, when you're creating your content, you need to have an intention. What is the intention behind the thing that I am posting? It's already after 12. So I'm assuming that you have showed up already somewhere on your social media, or on your email, or in a video, your stories, your reel. What is the intention of that thing, that content that you share today? And when I say the intention, what did you expect your audience to do when they saw this content? Do you expect them to buy from you, jump into your DMs, leave a comment, click on a link? What is the intention? And did you make that intention very, very clear to them in what you shared with them today, so far for the day, right? So let's jump into the 5 commonly asked questions that I get about content creation. The first one, guys, pen and paper, because we love to write, and I'm a big proponent. We always like to write. I always have notes, and I always encourage you to write your ideas down as I'm speaking to you, so that you will remember them after. Remember your thoughts. Remember what you learned after our conversation. And again, put any questions you have in the comment section. Tag your business bestie, tag your accountability partner. Right. So let's jump into number 1. The first commonly asked question I get about content creation. And when I say I get these questions commonly, I literally get these questions nearly every single day in my business, right? Because nearly every single day I'm talking to a brand new entrepreneur about some aspect of business, right? Whether it's in the DMs, in WhatsApp, on a phone call, on a strategy call, and an ongoing client, right? So one of the first questions that I get asked is, how much do I post? Again, because there's the assumption that most of you already have a social media presence, right? Say yes or no in the chat. You have some form of social media presence. You're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Say yes or no and tell me where you are on social media, right? You have a presence. However, having a presence is not enough. You need to show up. So the question that I get asked is, how much do I post? Or in other words, how often do I post? I say to you that you need to post consistently and you need to post frequently. And let me explain what I mean by that. If you are, because there are different stages, right? If you are brand new in business, meaning that people don't know you exist as yet, then you need to make it a priority, especially if you're not running ads. You need to make it a priority to show up, even if it's once a day, even if it's 3 to 4 times a week, right? Even if you can't do once a day, automate your stuff, post live as you go along, but you want to at least average 3 or 4 times a week. Once a week is not enough, even if you have tons of followers, because it does not guarantee if you have 10,000 followers that 10,000 people are going to see that thing you posted at 7 a.m. on a Monday morning, right? More than likely, they would have missed it. So you want to set up a schedule according to your life and your business where you are posting a minimum of 3 to 4 times a week. If you can do it at least every single day, because if you're selling, you should be talking about your offers every single day. I don't know about you, but I talk about my offers every single day, right? But you should be making that consistently and frequently, right? You don't want doing once a week or twice a week is just not enough. People are not seeing what you are posting. Enough people are not seeing what you're posting, and you're not building any kind of brand authority by not posting frequently, by not being consistent with the information that you want to share. Because remember, the point of social media is to be social, and how do you be social? You share information, you ask questions, you engage with your audience, and that kind of thing, right? So you need to make sure that you're showing up often enough, consistently enough, frequently enough, where you can build that relationship with your audience and you can position yourself as a brand authority on whatever topic you're talking about, whether it's food, it's clothes, it's hair, it's accounting, it's coaching, it's, whatever it is, it's health, whatever it is that you are offering to your audience, right? So you want to do that, but you also want, if you choose to do more than one post a day, so like for me, I usually post 3 to 5 times a day. I'm not saying that that's what you have to do, but that's what I am comfortable doing. And I know that that's what my audience responds to. Yeah. However, even if I'm posting often, I always give my posts time to breathe, and that's on every platform. And what do I mean by that? I don't post like now and then next 30 minutes and then next 30 minutes and then next 30 minutes, right? You're clogging up your feed. So what you want to do is to give your feed some time to generate. So if I post now, I wouldn't post again for maybe next 2, 3 hours, right? So I give my post time to breathe. I give my post enough time for people to find it, for people to respond, for people to engage, people to like it, to share it, and that kind of thing, right? If you do it back to back too often, you're clogging up your feed and people are not going to see it. So you want to post consistently, you want to post frequently, you want to do at least 3 to 4 times a week, and you want to space that out. Give me a one if this is making sense, if you heard it, if you understand. Just give me a one. Yeah. So that is the first question that I get. The second question that I get is, where do I share this information? So of course you're going to share it on your social media pages, right? Whether you're posting 3 to 4 times a week or once every single day, you're going to share it. But the question you need to ask yourself is not just, do I share it on my social media page, but where are my ideal clients? Wherever your ideal clients are is where you are supposed to be showing up and sharing that great information that you want to share with them, right? So that they know that you exist. So you can say, okay, let me share in my own pages, yes. I can share it in the emails if I have an email list, because a lot of you have email addresses from your ideal clients and you're not sending out any emails at all. And you can literally repurpose the content that you're sharing on your social media into an email and share an email once a week at least, or twice a week, with your ideal clients, right? So if you have an email list of your ideal clients, you definitely want to share it with your email list. You also can find groups, right? You may not manage a group, but groups where your ideal clients are, and share information there. Make sure you're not breaking any of the rules of the groups, because you don't want to do that. You would want people to respect your space if that was your group. So make sure you understand what the rules of the group are, because remember, in sharing information, it doesn't have to be buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. You can offer tips and tools and all these other things, which we'll talk about as well, right? But you can also share it in groups where your ideal clients are. And you can also share it on other people's spaces, which is also like a group, but other people's spaces, meaning like if there's a podcast, if there is, so if you want to put somebody's podcast and share information about what you do, somebody's program, you can share that information as a speaking engagement. You can share that information anywhere where your ideal clients are, because all of your ideal clients are not following you, right? So you don't want to just limit yourself to your social media pages alone. All of your ideal clients are not right now following you. So you want to go where they are. Be very intentional of going where they are. and then bring them to your spaces. So you encourage them to come to your space, or you encourage them to come to, let's say, your email list, to join your email list so that they can consistently get more information from you. Does that make sense? Give me a two if that's making sense, guys. Yeah. So how much to post is the first question I usually get asked, and then where to share. Yeah, where your ideal clients are on your social media pages, in your emails, in groups, on other people's spaces, like podcasts, if you get interviewed by radio, TV, press, magazine, you want to make sure that you are focusing on building your brand authority, building an active and engaged audience by using the content and the messaging that you have, right? We spoke about knowing your content pillars, right? If you are very certain about what your content pillars are, then sharing this information it becomes much, much easier in the long run, because you know there are three or four things that I talk about over and over and over again in different ways, right? So what to share is the other question, right? What to share is one of the biggest questions that I get asked, because they're like, okay, then I'm selling clothes, right? Do I just share a picture of the clothes? Yes, you should be sharing a picture of the clothes, or yes, you should be sharing a picture of the jewelry, but not just sharing a picture of the clothes. You want to give people information about the clothes that you are sharing, or give people information about the jewelry or the cream and the soap that you are sharing, right? Don't just share a picture and say, send me a WhatsApp to buy. Tell me about the clothes. Tell me if it has stretch. Tell me what material is made out of. Show me pictures of it in different body types, right? Show me exactly, show people, not tell them, but like show people. So you want to share valuable information that you know your ideal clients want and need, an information that is going to get them excited to buy from you, right? And that's why I say don't just create a flyer and share the same flyer over and over and over. Guys, you're not going to attract people if that's what you're doing. You're not going to attract your ideal clients consistently. Yes, you may attract people, but consistently, no, you're going to struggle to attract them. And you're going to struggle to ideally make sales if you are literally just sharing the same flyer over and over, right? It's just like if you're sharing, you are selling clothes or jewelry. You're not going to share the same dress every day for 2 weeks, right? Because people are going to think, well, that's the only thing that she shares. That's the only thing she has to sell. What are the other things, right? And create conversations around the thing that you are sharing on your social media, right? Around the things that you're sharing in your emails, right? So you want to share valuable information. You want to share the benefits of the thing, right? So how is your audience life going to be changed when they hire you as a coach, when they hire you as a health coach, when they hire you as an accountant, when they hire you as a chef, as a caterer, when they buy your healthy snacks from you, when they buy that cream from you, when they buy that soap from you, when they come and do their hair, when they come and do their nails, how is their life going to be improved? How are they going to feel? How are they going to, you know what I mean? You want to tap into the feelings of your ideal clients, because ultimately selling is about feelings, right? It's the psychology of selling. So it's how are they going to feel? So that is what you want to share. When you buy from me, this is what happens. When you buy this, this is how your skin is going to clear up. Your skin is going to go from this to this. Once you eat this, this is how your gut is going to change. You're going to go from daily this to daily this. Once you hire me as your accountant, you're going to go from making this to making this, right? And you're going to get back this in your taxes. Once you hire me as whatever it is, right? How is their life going to change? You want to explain to them, show them what the before and after can actually look like for them, right? So you want to share the benefits, you want to share tips, you want to share tools, just like what I'm doing here. I'm sharing tips, I'm sharing tools, I'm sharing resources. So this is the type of information that you want to share. You want to share behind the scenes. Don't be afraid. Right? We live on our phones, guys. Utilize your phones. If you're packaging products for your ideal clients, if you're washing your clients' hair, if you're doing your clients' nails, if you are using a particular Excel program, if you like share behind the scenes, even the bloopers, right? That is what makes all of those influencers and stuff so interesting too, because they share a lot of the behind the scenes. Although some of their things is edited, of course, but they're not afraid to share the behind the scenes of how things happen in their life, right? So share the behind the scenes, share how to use your cream, how to use your soap, share how to use this sheet, this Excel sheet, so that you can go and open a bank account. So your new clients can go and open a bank account if they don't already have a bank account. Share how to use your offers with your audience. Don't be afraid. I'm not telling you to give away the house, right? But I'm saying to you, let them come into the gallery. Let them come into the gallery and greet them by the door. Give them a glass of something cold to drink. Give them a piece of black cake. Make them feel welcome at least, and then they can pay you to get into the house. But at least give them something to feel like, hey, you know what? This person knows what they're talking about. They're providing me with some kind of tools and resources. They're showing me the whole process, or not the whole process, showing me part of the process for me to at least get started, right? So share how to. Also share and answer like frequently asked questions, like what I am doing today. Share your frequently asked questions, answer those questions, right? Share your testimonials. There's so many things that you can share. So that was number three of to what to share with your ideal clients, right? As part of your content creation strategy. How to share it. So once you know, okay, these are all the things that I want to share. I want to share behind the scenes. I want to share tips, tools, resources. I want to share testimonials. I want to share valuable information. I want to share the benefits. You can share it in different ways. And why do you want to share it in different ways? You want to share it in different ways because your ideal clients are at different stages of the buying process, and they are at different stages of the thinking process. So for some people, right, a video like this may be more impactful to them. Some people prefer to read, some people prefer to listen, some people just consume information in different ways. So you want to make sure that when you are sharing information with your audience, that with the same one message that you share it in different ways with your audience, so that you don't miss anything, you don't leave any money on the table, right? So depending on what you decide to share, you can share it as a video, you can share it as a carousel, you can share it as an infographic, you can share it long form, like a full story with like 3, 4 paragraphs. You can share short form where it's just a statement. You can ask them a question. You can use the polls, right? Don't feel that your content, and this is not just for your social media, even for your emails, that it has to sound like an ad and it has to sound all stiff. Because if you're selling, if you are, let's say, selling hair care products, or you're selling creams, I don't expect you to sound like if you are working in the bank, right? I expect you to sound like my girlfriend that you're talking to me. You meet someone, you're telling me about this great thing. So you want to have normal conversations with your ideal clients, and that also goes for the content that you share. So when you have to decide how to share it, right, you can say, okay, let me share by video, carousel, flyer, infographic, long form content, short form content, poll questions, engagement questions. And those engagement questions are great because those engagement questions can also be used like a form of market research as well, where you get to pick your ideal client's brain. So you get to understand exactly where they are at and what type of questions that they want you to answer, right? So there's so many different ways. And guys, the great thing is that social media, these platforms are giving us the option. That's why things like reels and stories and stuff are so very prevalent, and people are using them so much because there are so many different ways to share the same piece of information over and over and over, right? Don't feel intimidated. Even if you share a long piece of content, you can take that and create it into a blog. You can take that and create it into an email. You can record yourself, share your audio, and then take that audio and create a blog from it or an email or other pieces of content. You can take one piece of content and create at least 5 different pieces of content from this one piece of content, right? Expand yourself, like think bigger, think broader. Like when you say, okay, I want to share this information, think about at least 3 different ways I can share this information. Can I share this information with a video? The video doesn't have to necessarily be your face in it. Can I share this as a video? Can I write something as a long form post about this information? Can I ask my audience a question about the same information? It's the exact same topic, right? So you can share information with your audience in different ways, right? And that was number 4, guys. That was number 4. Let me know if you have any questions at all, right? Because remember, that's what I'm here for, to answer these questions. That was number 4. Yeah. And number 5, the final question that I get asked about content creation is, when do I share? So we have how much to share, where to share, what to share, how to share. And the final one is, when do I share my content, right? And when I share my content can be a twofold question. So sometimes I get asked that, meaning, like, what days of the week should I share? And I would always say to you guys, it's not a one size fits all. That's why you have to really tap into your analytics, and see, like, when are your ideal clients online, right? And you can use that information to determine when you actually want to, especially for automation, when you actually want to show up, or what time is the best time, or what day is the best day for you to do videos, if you're doing live videos or anything like that with your ideal clients, right? So when to say it, it really depends on you. The other thing is, I would say, do it every single day. Every single day you want to share information with your ideal clients. It's not a matter of, like, let me just only share on a Saturday, right? You want to share with your ideal clients every single day as much as you can. But that first question we talked about, right? How much to post, and I said we want to do at least 3 to 4 times to the week. Yeah, but when to say it, if you can, because I know a lot of you have so much information to share, and sometimes when you get information, you feel like you have to share everything one time. No, break up the big pieces of information that you have into smaller pieces of content so that you have more things to share over a longer period of time. Again, why? Because your ideal clients, right? It might be very simple to you, but to them, it might seem very, very overwhelming. So, for example, if you got in like 20 new pieces of clothing in your boutique, right? You don't have to share all 20 one time. You can say, okay, for the next 10 days, I'm going to share 2 new pieces, right? And space it out and give your audience time to really see what you have and get excited about what you have and all those kind of things. And that thing about sharing every single day, sharing new pieces every single day, that is going to make them excited because they see this thing on Monday, then on Tuesday, then on Wednesday, then on Thursday. And of course, you have your call to actions, right? So there's a technique behind how you can actually do this, because obviously, you're also mixing this up with your testimonials and your behind the scene videos and all the other content that you are ideally creating for your audience to get excited about your offers, right? So you want to say it every day if you can, but you also want to utilize your analytics, your insights to determine, okay, when is my audience really, really, really active? When are they most online? When are they like searching for this particular thing? And if you are showing up consistently and sharing consistently, then your analytics will be able to give you a lot more feedback as to when this makes sense. And if all else fails, guys, then to your audience a question or send an email to your audience and ask them a question.